Hey everyone, welcome back to Mom Minute. Part of having a big family means that some of the kids have to share bedrooms. In our home, the twins have always shared a bedroom, but with the move to the new house, we had to double up another set of girls, and that was definitely an adjustment. Which brings me to Sylvia's question. She asks, I have a 20-month-old and a 4-month-old, and they are going to be sharing a room. Any advice on that? I'd love some tips. Anytime you take two kids that aren't sharing a room currently and put them together, it can be a difficult transition at first. They're not used to each other's sleep patterns, to the noises they're going to hear, that kind of thing. So don't stress if it's an adjustment at first or things aren't working exactly smoothly. I would definitely recommend trying to coordinate your schedules. Since both of your children are fairly young, this shouldn't be too impossible to do, but definitely try to get them on the same nap schedule or around the same nighttime routine and bedtime schedule. That way, they just get used to falling asleep with each other in the room and waking up with each other in the room, and that becomes a little easier of an adjustment. If your kids are sleeping in the same room, just go into it knowing that they're probably going to play when they're going to bed as well. That's totally normal. If the toys become a problem, take the toys out of the room so that they're not a distraction. But in our house, we kind of figured as long as they pretty much stayed on their beds, we didn't really care if they sat in there and chit-chatted with each other for a few minutes. It was actually very endearing to hear the twins in their little twin mumbo-jumbo language as babies talk to each other. And then they'd giggle and laugh, and we would stand outside their door and listen to them. It was very, very sweet. If you're going to have kids sharing the same room, I would definitely recommend starting them when they're younger, as it's just a natural, easier transition if they grow up expecting that versus taking two older kids and all of a sudden putting them together. That's much more difficult. Like with our twins, they started from birth sharing a room, so that's just what they're used to. But when we moved to our new house, we had to take two girls that weren't initially together and put them together in the same room, and that was much more difficult. And in fact, we are still dealing with this same battle because I have one daughter that refuses to acknowledge that she shares a room, and she would rather sleep on the couch at night than sleep in the room with her sister. I do think it's helpful when you have older kids sharing a room to talk about it before it actually happens. You need to just let them know what's coming. Like when we move, you're going to have to share a room. When we move, you're going to have to do this. Hey, think about this. Look at the fun in sharing a room. That kind of stuff. Start getting them used to the idea and to the suggestion so that they're more comfortable with it when it actually happens. I definitely think it's important if they're sharing a room to share the cleaning responsibility. Now, I have two daughters sharing a room right now, and there's a little bit of an age difference between them. And so one of them constantly is frustrated because she feels like she has to clean up all of the younger's toys and mess. So it's very important as parents to make sure that you're not burdening one child with the cleanup of the entire room. Make sure that you're sharing it, like take turns cleaning the room or split the room in half or whatever works for your family. Likewise, I would recommend putting away anything that's really, really valuable to one particular child. So in my circumstance right now, my older daughter always feels like the younger one is into her stuff or her favorite books or her favorite toys. So it's just been easier to make a little special spot in the closet that the baby can't get to and then put all of her things up there that are really valuable so that the baby isn't manhandling them and breaking them or destroying them, and so she's not feeling frustrated all the time. But let's be honest, parents, at some point your kids are going to just complain and whine and cry and tell you they're miserable and you're ruining their life, and you're going to have to just take the attitude of just deal with it. Sorry, kids, you're going to have to share a room. There's nothing you can do, so you're just going to have to get used to it. They'll probably end up thanking you when they get older and they have great relationships with their siblings, but until then, they're just going to tell you that they're miserable. Although my kids may fight from time to time about sharing a room, overall it really has brought them closer together and in a lot of ways been a really great experience. Now, if you guys are struggling with the same problems or you guys have interesting tips for sharing a room, leave a comment below because I could certainly use them. If you have other questions for me, be sure to tweet me at @TheMomsView, #MomMinute, and we will see you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe. See you later.